Greetings ladies and gents, it's Jake here, and as I've said numerous times, the world of the Arkhamverse is loaded with hundreds of details and secrets. As it happens, a large majority of these details have yet to be discovered by many players. Well, that's exactly what we're here to fix today. It's time to take our search back to Batman's early years once again, where the existence of the Dark Knight is often confused for an urban legend. Without further delay, let's dive in to 5 Secrets of Arkham in Batman Arkham Origins. Part 3! Starting off, we're heading to the Batcave. As you progress through the story of the game, Batman can talk to Alfred to receive both compliments on your actions throughout the night, as well as his opinion on the current situation. Well, one of the many different pieces of dialogue you can hear is as follows.
Sir, Mr. Elliott called earlier. He was hoping you might phone him back.
What did he say?
Well, something about a pair of twins and successful surgery. He wanted to celebrate. At least, I think that's what he wanted.
What do you mean, you think?
His speech was slurred. I suppose he'd gone ahead and started without you.
I assume you told him I'd have to take a rain check.
Indeed, though he sounded none too pleased about it.
Well, that's Thomas. I'll call him back tomorrow.
Now some of you might have noticed that the name Thomas Elliott was mentioned in this conversation. Thomas Elliott, of course, is the childhood friend of Bruce Wayne, who eventually becomes the serial killer known as Hush, and has also been referred to as the Identity Thief. Additionally, if you head underground to Bane's headquarters, you'll notice some newspapers that mention the Identity Thief spread across the ground. All of these hints toward Hush make me sad that we didn't see more of a relationship between Bruce and Thomas, or at least some reflection on it from the former, especially since their final interaction in Arkham Knight was disappointing to say the least. Next on our list, we're not leaving the Batcave just yet. If you head over to the training area and look to your left, you'll notice the blueprints and some parts for the first edition of the Batmobile. These plans are likely for the same Batmobile that crashes into Bane during the events of Arkham Asylum, as the parts you can see here bear a striking resemblance to the front of that same car. I should mention that this secret is only discoverable until the cave is destroyed by Bane towards the end of the story. Nevertheless, I'm certainly glad that we get to use this car to its full potential later on in Arkham Knight, as it's always been one of my favorites. Third on the list, whenever the Dark Knight is defeated, you'll see various different game over screens based on where you are, who you're fighting, and how much of the story you've completed. Well, one of the various game over screens that you can see when fighting Bane in his final form is as follows.
First I broke your spirit. Now I break your back.
Now I personally think it's likely that this line of dialogue was a nod to The Dark Knight Rises, in particular the moment where Batman first learns the sting of defeat at Bane's hand. Before Bane breaks the bat, he'll say, "I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body." Now some of you may consider this a bit of a stretch, but due to the references to other Batman movies that I've covered in this series, and the numerous ones that I have yet to touch on, I don't think it's too far-fetched. For our fourth secret, we're heading to the Monarch Theater, which houses the infamous crime alley where Bruce Wayne's parents met their premature end. However, we're going to be looking at the front of the theater today rather than the alley behind it. If you look at the sign on screen now, you'll clearly see that it is in fact a reference to Zatanna, the famed magician and member of the Justice League. You can also see these same posters in the Bowery outside Gotham Merchants Bank. By the looks of things, she appears to be having a show soon, though she makes no physical appearance in this game or the series as a whole. Who knows? Maybe she's on a magical mystery tour. And for our last secret of the day, we're going to go over one of the most well known in this game, but one that definitely warrants a place in this video. During the climax of the main story, when Batman returns to Blackgate to confront the Joker, a small interaction with Deathstroke will occur during your pursuit, where Slade Wilson admits that he's no longer interested in taking down Batman, unless someone puts up another bounty. Later, after the Joker is apprehended, we see in a post-credit scene that Slade is approached by none other than Amanda Waller, who is of course the overseer for Task Force X, otherwise known as the Suicide Squad. Waller makes Slade an offer to presumably join her task force or remain in prison for the rest of his life. It's sad to see that we never got a proper resolution to this cliffhanger. Now, there is a small chance of that happening in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but I highly doubt it. I'd love to be proven wrong, though. And with that, another episode comes to a close. 5 Secrets of Arkham in Batman: Arkham Origins, Part 3. Thank you all for watching this episode, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If that was the case, please leave a like, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Peace out, Gothamites.